Hi everyone, welcome back to the channel and a new video on Farming Simulator 25. We are still carrying on with the canola harvesting at the moment. We've just started on the bigger field of the two. We've already finished the smaller, well I say smaller, it's still quite a big field, but the slightly smaller field. Now we're on to the biggest field that we've got, which is also canola, so we've got another full trailer load to take. So we'll start off by doing that. This is going to the oil mill, which is going to turn it into canola oil, and that's going to be sold in November. I think it is the best price. Hopefully we can get as much of it converted to oil as by November as possible, and then we'll get as much money as we can from that. Some of it, obviously, I don't expect it all to be. I think there will be some which will still be processing by the new year, and in which case the price won't be quite as good, but even so it will still hopefully be better than selling the canola just as raw canola. That's the plan anyway, so if we can get as much of this into the production as possible now, before November, that'd be brilliant. So I'm just heading off now down to the oil mill with this load, and then we'll obviously come back and unload the combine again. It might be full by the time we get back, but we'll just see how it goes. Anyway, that's what we're going to be doing, continuing that, and also we've got the bales that we loaded last time to take back to the yard and unload those. We've got some straw and some grass bales. The grass bales will be for the goats, and the straw we'll probably just store and then sell that in the winter potentially, or maybe if we do get some cows or something by the winter we could use it for that. I'm not sure yet on that, but yeah, anyway, I'm just going to take this to the oil mill and we'll get on with that. So we've got the grass bales unloaded in the yard. I've just had to leave off to unload the combine, and now I've got to move out of its way because it's manoeuvring. And then we're going to unload the straw bales as well, but I think the straw bales might be sold, so they're going to go into a different location. Let's just head back to the telehandler here. So yeah, I've moved the trailer around here, and we'll stack them where we did last year after the last harvest in this area here, just out of the way. Seems to be quite a good place to put them. It's not a massive area though, so if we do get a lot more, which we might, because we've got the wheat field there and also the oat field over in the distance in front of me, and they will both have straw as well, so we're going to end up with quite a few straw bales I think this year. So yeah, need to make sure we've got enough space to put them. I don't think they're all going to fit into this area, but we'll put some here. Oh, the ones on the other side are moving a bit, that's not good. Yeah, I thought that might happen. They've fallen over. Never mind, it's only 2 bales, should be okay. The worst thing is if you get a whole trailer load that you unstrap and then they all tip over. I bet that's happened to some people, and that must be very annoying. It has happened to me probably once or twice, when nearly the whole trailer load falls over. That is not good. But I can live with if just 2 bales fall off, that's not too bad. That does happen quite often. Oh, exited might be full. Don't know why the ones on that side are moving. I think it's because they're overhanging the trailer too much. It's not really a big enough trailer, wide enough trailer for these. I haven't quite got it on the forks well enough. Luckily the bales don't actually damage the crop if they fall on it. If you drive in the crop it will damage it, but if the bales fall on the crop somehow it doesn't damage it. Even though in the real world obviously if a huge heavy bale fell on your crop it would squash it, but it lets you off that in the game. Right, so that's most of them off. We've just got to move the trailer out of the way now and get to these ones that have fallen. Just move behind and then we'll move the trailer out of the way. That's probably the best thing. I think when we've done this, the trailer will need emptying again at the oil mill because it's 85% full I think. So it won't be long before that needs to be taken again, so I'll probably go and do that. It's not really a very big trailer, even though it looks physically quite big. 20,000 litres isn't that much, it soon fills it. So at some point we may possibly buy another trailer as well, bigger trailer, but I think the priority probably to, well, get a new tractor and a new combine, I suppose. Well, mind you though, if we've got a new combine we definitely need a new trailer, so yeah. And also there's the potential of possibly building a cement factory as well, but that will be quite expensive. Even though we're making quite a lot of money now, it's still amazing how much money you need to spend to expand. Right, one more bale and then we're done with those for now, until we get the next harvest of these two fields done, which might even be today. The way the canola harvest is going, I don't think it'll be that much long before we've completed that. And then we'll be onto the wheat and then the oats. But that is all the bales now stacked for now. From that load anyway. I wonder if that grass field needs some lime and fertilizer, because I'm sure we'll be doing another cut of grass off that fairly soon. I think you can get 2 or 3 cuts off a year, so will be another one due fairly soon, I would have thought. Let's have a quick look at the map. So it's this one here, field 26. It's growing. It's also amazingly almost fully grown and ready for another cut. Does it need weeding? Hang on a minute. No. It does need fertilizer. Yeah, but it doesn't need lime. That's good. So yeah, just it needs spreading with fertilizer once. That will bring it up to full yield. Right, let's head down to here. Oh, that's annoying. I've just missed the combine before it turned. It's going to have to go back now. Not going to get to it in time before it gets into the crop, and I'm not going to drive on the crop. No, it's going to go in. No, never mind. I'll have to go back up the other end then. It should get to the end, no problem at all, even though it's quite a long way. And we'll unload coming back down in the opposite direction. Right, so the canola is finished, and now we're moving on to the wheat field here. This isn't a very big field, so it won't take too long, but I will just set it off on the helper for a start, because I need to go and take this load of canola, or the final bit of canola here. Only just under 9,000 litres, but it still needs to go to the oil mill, and by the time I get back from there I'm sure the combine will be full, because wheat is quite a high yielding crop, and we'll need to unload the combine again. So we're just going to head off now to the oil mill for one last time, until we do the sunflowers of course, and I'll also check to see how much canola we have in total. It should be quite a decent amount because there's a couple of big fields that we've just done there, so I'm hoping for some big money when we come to sell that canola oil in the autumn or the early winter, but we'll just have to see how that goes. Anyway, let's head off one last time to the oil mill and then we'll head back to the yard. So we're back with the combine again now. Just as you'll have seen there, just been doing some watering. The goats needed a bit more water, and I thought while I was on the tanker I would have might as well give the greenhouse some more water as well. So that's all done, and now I've jumped onto the combine because, well, the helper's doing okay, but it's just on a field like this I find it a lot easier to do it myself. It feels a bit more reliable than using the helper for everything when you're on a sort of awkward sized field like this. So I think I'm going to get this one done myself, to be honest. Might use the helper again for the next one, which is this oat field over here. A bit more of a sensible shape for the helper to do. But I think for efficiency, I think it's easier to do it yourself when you're in an awkward shaped field like this. So I'm going to get on with this now. I might just use the guidance lines though. I should put them on, there we go. That just helps a little bit. So I'll get on with this now and come back to you when the field is complete. There we go, wheat is complete. So that can go back to the silo and that will be used for chicken feed, I should think. Well, it might be. If we have too much chicken feed, we have got quite a lot in storage now, so potentially we might put some, or sell some, possibly, I'm not sure. But certainly that's the main reason for growing it. Anyway, now we're going to move on to the oats. This is the last field we've got ready to harvest today. The rest of them are not ready yet. We've got the sunflowers, the rice and the soybeans to sort of harvest, but they're not ready yet. So we'll move on straight to the oats. This is a nice big field again, a relatively big field. So we'll get on with this one. I'm going to put this on a helper for a start, to make a start on this. So need to go into AI worker menu and hopefully that will start up. Off it goes. So we'll leave that to start off, and I'm going to go and take this load of wheat to the silo, and I think then we'll probably start baling. We'll obviously take the trailer back down to the oat field, and then we can make a start on baling the wheat straw. So I think that's a good plan. I'll get on with that now and speak to you in a bit. So the wheat straw is all baled now. I did mention I need to spread some fertiliser on that grass field though, so I think I'll just take a break from baling for a bit and go and get the fertiliser spreader on and get that field done. Obviously the helper is still continuing with the harvest of the oats. Just went to unload it, but it wasn't really full, it was about 60% full, but I just wanted to make sure it was fully unloaded before it started going up and down, just in case it got full in a breed where it couldn't get out of, and you know, as it happened in the previous episode, although that was kind of the helper's fault. But yeah, it got to a point where it got full and I couldn't get alongside it without driving in the crop. So basically I'm just trying to avoid that happening. So if it does what it did last time again, it's kind of unavoidable. But yeah, anyway, hopefully it gets on fine, and we'll get the fertiliser spreader on and we'll go and just spread this grass field. Hopefully it will let us, because I'm not quite sure how whether it allows you to fertilise grass if it's too grown, like too established or not. We'll just have a quick look, but hopefully it'll work. If not, it'll just have to go without the fertiliser. But let's hope for the best. I'll unfold the spreader. I think it will. It doesn't look too grown. So let's just give this a go. Turn it on. Yeah, that's working fine from what I can see. I will just put the guidance lines on again. Not that it's a very big field, it shouldn't take too long this, but we'll do that anyway. Make the best use of fertiliser, most efficient use of the fertiliser, so we're not missing any areas. And I'll get on with this. Okay, just made a start on baling the oat straw, but the combine's just got full, so better go and unload that. And I think we'll probably leave the episode here, I think, once we've unloaded the combine, and we'll continue with this, or finish this off. It's not much more to do now anyway, just next time. But there's still quite a lot more baling to do, so it feels like a decent place to leave it. It'll give me enough baling to do in the next episode. And we've done quite well there. We've actually managed to get all the harvesting done before the rain arrived, which I'm very pleased about. That was the main sort of focus, to get what fields we have harvested before we got the rain, and that way we don't risk not being able to harvest at all or losing yield if we harvest in the rain. So very pleased about that, and I think, like I say, we'll end the episode there. So I really hope you've enjoyed today's video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you again in the next one.